Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've watched my videos before, then thank you so much for coming back. If you're new, then welcome. My videos are documenting our journey as we become first-time yacht owners, as we are getting to grips with the process of buying a brand new boat, getting into the water for the first time, and preparing ourselves as we transition from working busy city lives to living and working aboard our very own catamaran next year. In our first 3 videos, I took you to the Cannes Yachting Festival to see the boat we bought for the first time. We discussed the reasons why we decided to buy a catamaran instead of a monohull, and we looked at the costs of buying a brand new boat versus a used one. I'll put a link to those videos in the description below if you'd like to catch up on our journey so far. But today, we're going to deep dive into one of the more complicated issues we've encountered so far in our boat buying journey. VAT rules, exporting a boat from Europe, and how you can buy a boat without paying VAT. It took us a few late nights and a lot of reading to fully understand the rules. And in this video, I'll give you a quick breakdown of our understanding of the 18-month VAT rule in Europe and how you can buy a brand new boat in the Med without paying VAT on your purchase price. So let's jump in. Okay, so first off, this only applies to non-EU flagged yachts or yachts owned by non-EU residents. If you're an EU citizen or your yacht is registered in Europe, then your vessel has to be VAT paid in order to legally operate in these waters. But if you're not an EU resident and your boat isn't EU flagged, then you can sail European waters without paying VAT on your vessel by taking advantage of an 18-month VAT rule. It's based on temporary admission, where you can bring your yacht into European waters on a temporary basis. You can head to France, Spain, Greece or Italy and cruise around for up to 18 months in a row without having to pay VAT on your yacht. A lot of sailors refer to it as having 18 months on your clock. When you're nearing the 18-month limit, you need to leave EU waters, even briefly, to reset your clock. Now, the rules don't actually stipulate a certain time frame that you have to leave European waters for in order to reset your clock. So in theory, you can leave, turn around and re-enter EU waters fairly quickly, providing that you can evidence that you left in the first place. Many yacht owners make quick stops in non-EU countries like Montenegro, Turkey or Tunisia to reset their clocks. You can use things like marina invoices, AIS data logs or non-EU port stamps to prove that your vessel left Europe on a certain date. Once you leave and re-enter, your clock resets and you have another 18 months of VAT-free sailing in the EU. Now, what happens if you overstay and go beyond your 18 months? Well, if you don't leave on time, that will become instantly payable on your yacht. The local authorities could fine you, or in some cases, seize your vessel until VAT is paid.
God, please, no! No! No!
So it's super important you keep track of your clock and you plan your journey to leave the EU on time. Okay, so how do you actually buy a brand new boat in the Med without paying VAT? Well, you need to make sure you meet 2 key rules. You're a non-EU resident and your vessel is non-EU flagged. So let's say you live in the UK and thanks to Brexit, we're no longer part of the EU and therefore not EU citizens, meeting the first rule. Now, to follow the second rule, your vessel cannot be flagged or registered in Europe. So instead, it could be UK flagged or registered in Turkey or any other non-EU location. But this is only part of the story. If your boat is being built in Europe, in France for example, for you to qualify as a non-EU vessel, you have 30 days from the date of purchase to export the boat from Europe. This ultimately means as soon as you exchange and the boat is registered to you, you have 1 month to leave France and export the boat from EU waters. So if you get delivery to the west coast of France, for example, you would have to sail the 1100 nautical miles to Gibraltar. Or if you get delivery to Italy, you could head to Montenegro to officially export your vessel. But you only have 30 days to do it. Once exported, the same temporary admission 18-month rule would apply to your yacht. So if you want to return to the EU and sail your yacht through the Med, then you can without paying VAT, providing you stay within the 18-month rule. So here are a few quick tips on how you can avoid trouble. Plan your routes carefully, include non-EU stops if needed. Be organised. Local authorities could board your boat at any time, and you'll need to have the correct paperwork organised and in order. Speak with a professional to help you navigate the paperwork and stay the right side of the law. I'm definitely not an expert, and I'm only sharing my learnings from the past few months as I try to navigate these rules myself. If you found this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to join us on our journey as we become first-time yacht owners and we start our sailing adventure. And if you have any advice that would help us as new boat owners, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.